a man that calls himself Shamsi. And this man Shamsi happens to be a member and a component to the organization known as Salafi publications.
As I have mentioned, I was a Sufi before. Wallahi, when you listen to them, even many people lie about them, make up stories about them. But when you listen to them, you come to know these brothers, people of ilm, people of knowledge, the likes of Abu Iyad. And these brothers, they have a leaflet, they made a leaflet, nice leaflet. Abu Iyad, likewise, Abu Iyad Amjad Rafiq, Uwais Tawil, the brother Abu Khadija Abdul Wahid, the brothers in America, Musa Richardson, what's his name, the other brother, Hassan al-Somali.
And I just want to mention outright that I have no affiliation with this individual, nor do I have any affiliation with his Hizb, with this Hizb. And I say Hizb because, as far as we're concerned, Salafi publications and their ilk are a Hizb. Because Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala, in Majmu' al-Fatawa, he said, Aynul Hizbiyyah, that the essence of what really actually is Hizbiyyah is that you place love and hate based on a shakhs mu'ayyan, based on a particular individual or a jama'ah, a specific group. So with these people, if you go against their particular shaykh, because at the end of the day, he's a shaykh, he's not the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if he happens to be incorrect in a particular issue and you oppose this view by taking the view of another scholar, they'll throw you off. As far as they're concerned, if you love the shaykh, they love you. If you don't, if you have an issue with the shaykh, they have an issue with you. And this is not anything to do with our deen. Because as far as we're concerned, we base love and hate with regards to your obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam and your adherence to the ijma'.
Don't you feel like you're restricting yourself to maybe 3 or 4 shuyukh in the world and you're being fanatical towards them? Whoever they declare to be an innovator, you're with them.
No, that's not the case. And there are people who are like that, I agree. Okay. But I'm definitely not like that. And I actually believe that if a person, he bases his love and his hate, his allegiance on individuals, then that person is actually an innovator himself.
Okay.
And I'm going to read the statement of Imam Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah. Ibn Taymiyyah said, فَمَنْ جَعَلَ شَخْصًا مِنَ الْأَشْخَاصِ, anyone who takes a particular person, غَيْرَ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ, other than the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, مَنْ أَحَبَّهُ, anyone who loves that person, وَوَافَقَهُ, and agrees with that person, كَانَ مِنْ أَهْلِ السُّنَّةِ, he says, oh yeah, he's from Ahlul Sunnah. Why? Because he agrees with my shaykh. Anyone who does that and says, you're Ahlul Sunnah because you agreed with our shaykh, you agreed with our imam, anyone who does that, Shaykh al-Islam Taymiyyah said, وَمَنْ خَالَفَهُ, and anyone who opposes that shaykh, you say he's an innovator because he opposed the shaykh. وَمَنْ خَالَفَهُ كَانَ مِنْ أَهْلِ الْبِدْعَةِ وَالْفُرْقَةِ, that you're an innovator, you're causing disunity to the ummah because you went against our imam. كَمَا يُوجَدُ ذَلِكَ فِي الطَّوَائِفِ, as this is present in some deviated groups in the religion. وَغَيْرِ ذَلِكَ, and other than that, كَانَ مِنْ أَهْلِ الْبِدَعِ وَالضَّلَالِ وَالتَّفَرُّقِ, you are from the innovators now. You are misguided. Of course they are. Anyone who bases love and hate on other than the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam and that which the ummah have unanimously agreed upon, anyone who bases love and hate on other than the Quran and the Sunnah and that which the ummah have united upon, then he is from min ahli al-bid'i wal-dalali wal-furqah.
Okay.
وَالتَّفَرُّقِ, he is a person of the, whether he screams I'm from the people of the Sunnah and I am from the Imams of the Sunnah and I'm upon Salafiyya and I'm this and that, he can give himself those fancy names. He is an innovator himself, he is misguided himself, and he is from Ahlul Furqa, those Ahlul Tafarruq. So that's something I really want people to understand.
And the same applies, if not worse, to those who call, quote unquote, to the ulama. You're not calling to the ulama, that's first and foremost. You're calling to alim or alimain or thalatha. You're not calling to the ulama, the scholars. You're calling to a scholar or to a tree. Look what they did to Shaykh Muhammad bin Hadi. For years, they used Shaykh Muhammad bin Hadi against everyone. And look what they did to him now. Total disrespect. Threw him out off the edge. No respect. So let's cut the crap. You're not calling the people to the ulama. That's rubbish. You're calling the people to a handful of scholars that you've picked out and selected, let alone the fanaticism and the bigotry that comes. If you don't go to my alim, my shaykh, then you don't follow the ulama, you don't love the ulama. You're not Salafi, you don't have the proper knowledge, you're deviant, you're this, you're that. Don't learn, don't take from him because he doesn't go back to, that's Hizbiyyah, that's ta'assub, that's fanaticism, that's bigotry. You're claiming to one person, clinging to one person, calling to one person. That is the definition of partisanship. That's fanaticism. If my shaykh doesn't say it, then it's total garbage. What's the difference between those who say that if Abu Hanifa doesn't say it, then it's what? Batil. Rather, it's worse. Because Abu Hanifa rahimahullah is dead. centuries ago. He's gone. What he said is what he said. He can't change and twist. But this alim who's alive, one day he can say this and the next day he can say totally different. And it has happened. It has happened. One scholar comes to America, he's the imam. He differs with another scholar. He doesn't praise this one. He doesn't spit on this one and kick this one to fulfill the low, dirty desires of this one. They get into a beef. Now you have to say he's a mubtadi'. Well, Shaykh, I don't agree with you. This is a mubtadi'. We know Salih, a person of sunnah, of ilm. I don't agree. No, he's a mubtadi'. Trust me. Yeah, Shaykh, kull al-ihtiram. We respect you, but I do not agree with you. Anta mubtadi'. You're an innovator now. And anyone who defends you is an innovator. If you want to get technical, the Hanafis, with the concept of taqleed and of scholars and stuff, are closer to the Salaf than you are. They're following someone who is dead. His statements are recorded, expelled. It's a system. It's done. You're following one scholar alive today who's not even of the caliber of that imam as well. So we have to cut the crap. We have to do the what, Yusuf? Get rid of the garbage. We have to be real. We can't have fake piety. He's Ahl Bid'ah because he says he's Hanafi. You're not Ahl Bid'ah, but you say Shaykh Fulan is my scholar. And anyone who says anything about Shaykh Fulan is a deviant. And anyone who doesn't know scholar Fulan is a deviant. And anyone who doesn't visit Shaykh Fulan in Mecca is a deviant.
A man lives in Medina with Shaykh Rabi, and you say Shaykh Rabi waliduna. For a year and a half you haven't visited your walid. What kind of son are you? Shaykh Rabi is alive. Year and a half and you don't visit the Imam of Jarh wa Ta'deel. Year and a half, more than a year and a half has gone by and you have not visited Shaykh Ubaid.
And anyone who doesn't visit Shaykh Fulan in Mecca is a deviant. There's no one scholar who holds the keys to the city of Tabdir. He's the one who monopolizes who is and who isn't a person of bid'ah. That doesn't exist. And if you do say that, then the whole entire da'wah to Salafiyya is down the drain. Because the way of the Salaf is supposed to be based off of getting rid of that and doing away with that worshipping of one man. Everybody understand this? It's a bid'ah to be Hanafi, but it's not a bid'ah to follow this person and take all your affairs back to this one scholar.
The brother mentioned Shaykh Rabi, Shaykh Rabi, Shaykh Rabi. Because Shaykh Rabi is that man in this time, ya ikhwan. You ask any of them, all of Ahlul Bid'ah, they hate Rabi al-Madkhali. They hate him, ya ikhwan. So therefore he has become a test for the people of bid'ah and desires. So those who come to us, then yes, we test them with Shaykh Rabi'. And we can test them with others. When we see from them some mukhalafat, or we see from them shubahat, then we test them with the ulama. We test them with Muqbil bin Hadi. We test them with Al-Albani. And we test them with Rabi al-Madkhali. Because Rabi al-Madkhali, as Shaykh Ubaid al-Jabri said, is a thorn in the necks of Ahlul Bid'ah. Ubaid al-Jabri said that about Rabi al-Madkhali. He's a thorn in their throats, ya ikhwan. It chokes them. They find it hard even to say his name. Rabi. Don't want to say it. Don't want to say it. Wallahi, you know, there was a Jew who rang me once after 9/11. They said that we heard that the Salafi movement, you know, that you're against terrorism and so on and so forth. So I said, let me use this opportunity to give this man da'wah. So I started talking about Tawheed and Sunnah, what Allah says in the Quran about the Yahud and the Nasara and so on. So I mentioned Jesus. He said, you can't use that word. I said, what? He said, we're not allowed to use that. There was a particular sect of Jews. They said, it is forbidden in our religion to say that word. I said, which word? Jesus? He said, yes, that word. Don't say Jesus. I said, Jesus. Jesus. Isa. The son of Mary. Wallahi, ya ikhwan. With these people, Rabbi. Hate it, ya ikhwan. They hate it. So we test them with Rabi'. We test them because a sign of a person's sunnah is his love of Rabi'. If he hates Shaykh Rabi', then he is a mubtadi, ya ikhwan.
It's a bid'ah to be Hanafi, but it's not a bid'ah to follow this person and take all your affairs back to this one scholar. And if you don't, you're from Ahlul Bid'ah. What's the difference? Imam Hanifa lived over 1,000 years ago. Don't take from him. You can't attribute yourself to him, but you attribute yourself to the scholar. Does that make sense? It's total stupidity. And this is what we live in today, unfortunately.